When we talk about digital identity, we're essentially asking, how can we prove who we are in an increasingly digital world? For much of human history, identity has been tied to paper birth certificates, passports, driver's licenses. But in the 21st century, especially in Africa, identity is being reimagined in entirely new ways. Today, more than half of Africa's population still lacks any form of official ID. This has profound consequences. Without identification, people can't easily open bank accounts, register for school, access healthcare, or even participate fully in elections. The digital identity movement seeks to close this gap by using technology, mobile phones, biometrics, and secure digital platforms to give every individual a verifiable, trusted identity. Think about how powerful this is. Africa is home to the fastest-growing mobile phone market in the world. For many communities, a smartphone is not just a communication tool, but a bank, a health clinic, and a marketplace. Linking this digital ecosystem with a secure digital identity could leapfrog the need for traditional paper systems. Imagine a farmer in Kenya applying for microcredit with a thumbprint, or a student in Ghana enrolling in online courses instantly, because her identity is verified through her mobile device. But the future of digital identity is not just about convenience. It's about trust, governance, and inclusion. Countries like Nigeria, with its National Identity Number Project, or initiatives like the African Union as Digital ID and e-commerce framework, are setting the stage for continent-wide solutions. If successful, these systems could streamline trade across borders, reduce corruption, and empower citizens by giving them greater control over their personal data. Of course, there are challenges. Privacy and security remain huge. Concerns: how do we make sure sensitive biometric data isn't misused? How do we ensure that the poorest, those without internet access, or even electricity, are not left further behind? The future of digital identity in Africa will depend on balancing innovation with ethics, technology with trust. So what does this mean for the future? How will digital identity transform Africa? First, let's look at the trends driving this change. Africa's population is the youngest in the world, with over 60% under the age of 30. This demographic dividend, coupled with a growing middle class, is fueling demand for accessible digital services. Mobile phone usage is exploding. There are now over 500 million mobile phone subscriptions in Africa, more than the entire population of the United States. And internet penetration, while still below 25%, is growing rapidly. By 2030, it's projected to reach over 50%. These trends are creating a fertile ground for digital identity solutions. But it's not just about the numbers. There's a growing recognition by governments and organizations of the need for digital identity. The African Union's Agenda 2063, for example, promotes inclusive growth and recognizes the importance of digital transformation. Similarly, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals acknowledge the role of digital IDs in achieving greater financial inclusion. What does this transformation look like in practice? Let's consider a few examples. In Kenya, the government's Huduma Namba project aims to create a unique 12-digit ID for every Kenyan, linking various services from healthcare to banking. The project uses a combination of biometrics, including fingerprints and facial recognition. In Ghana, the National Identification Authority is rolling out a digital ID system using blockchain technology. This will enhance the security and reliability of identity data. South Africa's Department of Home Affairs is exploring a digital visa system to facilitate travel and trade. This would allow for faster processing times and reduce the cost and delays associated with traditional visas. But it's not only governments that are taking action. Private companies are also recognizing the potential of digital identity. For example, Celluland, a Pan-African payments company, has developed a digital identity and authentication platform called Persona. This platform allows individuals to create a secure digital identity that can be used to access various online services. Despite these exciting developments, challenges remain. Privacy and security concerns are paramount. There are worries that digital identity systems could be vulnerable to hacking and that sensitive biometric data could be misused. Ensuring the privacy and security of personal data will be crucial for building trust in these systems. Another concern is that the digital divide could be exacerbated, leaving those without access to technology or the internet further marginalized. It's essential to ensure that digital identity solutions are inclusive, and leave no one behind. In conclusion, the future of digital identity in Africa is bright, with a young and growing population, increasing mobile phone and internet usage, and a supportive policy environment. The continent is poised to embrace digital identity solutions. However, it's crucial to address privacy and security concerns and ensure that all individuals, regardless of their technological access, are included in this transformation. As Africa navigates this exciting frontier, it has the opportunity to not only transform its digital identity systems, but also lead the way for the rest of the world.